It's time for another edition of We Welcome Your Teams, a podcast about the most unique job in sport, football stadium announcers.
He forgot to turn my mic down.
Oh, no.
And I said to him, Alex, I'm just going for a pee.
I bought a baby monitor, and the end that goes in the cot, I put in front of the commentator, and I had the other end so I could listen to his commentary.
Yeah, when the fixture list comes out in the middle of June, you look at it and you think, well, that's a start. It might as well just be written in pencil, mightn't it? You know what I mean?
So I just, wish them all a safe journey home. And I said, and take that bell with you.
For the big finals and the big, the Club World Cup finals, the FIFA World Cup finals, why don't we do the whole Michael Buffer thing? Why don't we put the bow tie on?
No one's going to go, do you know what? He didn't tell me what the attendance was. You don't go to the cinema and the cinema manager comes out at the end and says, well, thank you very much indeed for watching Avengers Endgame, and there were 342 of you in the cinema this afternoon.
I'm having this vision, Mark. You've obviously got to do your link. You've got to press eject. Keep it flowing, your link. Turn it round. Start it and then wait for Simply the Best to kick in. Is that how it was?
Absolutely spot on.
That's brilliant, that's
For anyone who doesn't know, Mike, of course, was on the mic for Bournemouth against Southampton, Monday Night Football. And towards the end, and I remember someone in our stadium announcers group pinged this over straight away because they noticed it came out. Was an announcement that you had to do at the end of the game. I'm going to play it in a tick, but can you remember the exact wording of the announcement?
Do you know what? I think I played it really safe. I think I said there was quite a lot of emphasis on the word cancelled. I do remember that much.
It was so you had to tell everyone that the train back to Southampton had been cancelled.
Yeah,
like the last train, or like the 11:15 or something.
The
like that.
11:15, the last train. Yeah,
okay,
that's
right.
it.
And here's how it went down.
I was playing for the cheer.
And somebody had this idea that we could have an air raid siren. Now, I don't know if you've ever had the pleasure of having a go at operating an air raid siren, but it's hard work. His idea was it was to generate atmosphere at corners, free kicks, that sort of thing. But it took about 5 minutes to get it going.
I was going to say, don't you have to crank them up and get them?
Yeah, absolutely.
You can't wait 5 minutes to take every corner.
Well, it always used to be funny if we thought that the ball had gone out for a corner. So the guy would start cranking it up, and then the referee would say, no, it was offside, it's not a corner, and then he'd have to suddenly stop doing it again.
When we tried that system for the first time, the new desk, I remember I were miles too loud because I was still going off the old thing, and I got a text saying, I'm putting my washing out, I can hear you from my house, from someone who lived.
So what we've done now, we've got the floor manager to stand opposite the tunnel, and I stand to the side. She's looking, and then she just give you the nod like, go.
So we have a mascot, Rover the dog, and my version of that's Rover the dog. If I see a little a dog here, like poking out of the tunnel, I'm thinking, right, here we go. That's my first visual. That, yeah. So I'm like just glued looking at a dog.
We did have an air raid siren. That was there. If you're in a pub nearby, get out now because it's kicking off in a minute. So that was what it was. Our fan base generally like to stay in the pub as long as they can and get in there just as it's about to kick off. Yeah, and to be honest with you, I had the season off last season, and at Christmas I kind of did the same.
There's all of us putting together our 40-minute pre-match kickoff stuff, trying to curate everything for 40 minutes in. And no one turns up till 5 minutes to go. What's the point?
No, I can sneak one more pint in before we get down.
So this is the music the team walk out to at the minute then, Howard.
It is. I'm pleased you said walk rather than run. Everybody used to say run out, and nobody runs anymore at all.
It's true. It's very true. It's the run out music which nobody runs to. I saw a video of you in action from somewhere when I was looking it all up, and I do remember thinking, boy, that man could do with a spare hand. because and we have all been there where
mic in one hand, you
microphone and trying to and clipboard and microphone in one with
notes. Yeah.
You've got to try and keep it all balanced. It's not the easiest of setups,
especially on a windy day, and and a piece of paper manages to come loose somehow. And
now this is where Alan will wax lyrical about the folder with the inserts.
I do that as well. I've got a blue folder with plastic inserts now.
John, well done, Howard. Fantastic, mate. None of this clipboard stuff and all that fumbling over it.
I've maybe had it a little bit long now, so I need to change it for a new model.
For a refresh.
Yeah, you've got to buy a decent one, Rich. It's not one of these ones that you get at B&M, mate.
Oh,
these
okay, all right.
$1.99 jobs.
This is proper Ryman stuff, Mike.
Yeah, correct. Thank you, Howard. We've got 2 plugs in there. That's it. Proper Ryman. It's the real McCoy.
Sorry, I'm just doing note to self: sponsorship deal with Ryman. Yeah.
But what we were finding is that when we do it at the end, or pre-kickoff, all the United fans would boo the referee. We thought, oh, that's not a good start. So we don't mention the ref.
Is that how you used to get all those 95th minute penalties back in the day?
Hey, that used to be Howard Webb as well, who is a Rotherham United fan.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, good old Howard. I know Howard.
I bet you do. I bet you do.
I do. Yeah. I know Howard very well.
As you do, you kind of know all the home players' numbers, and it was Dennis Serkin's name flashing up. Dennis Serkin's been at the club since I started doing this, and I'm pretty sure he's always been number 3 since day one. Left back as well. It's the classic left back number 3. And just as it was flashing up was in my head, I was just like, is it 2 or 3? Is it 2 or 3? And I just went, I'm going to go for 2. And I went, number 2, Dennis. And as I was saying the Serkin, you must have been able to hear my voice. Serkin.
I like, we've started talking about this a bit more recently. Ross Stewart is, I think, a nice name to announce.
Honestly, when I met Ross Stewart, I thanked him for elevating my personal brand, because it doesn't happen as much now, because he left not summer just gone, the summer before, but especially in away games when people have had a few, will just come up to me and point and go, Ross Stewart, because he was such in that League One season, scored so many goals for us. But yes, he has got the perfect name for reading out that Ross Stewart. It's absolutely perfect.
On one particular game, we equalised against, I want to say it was Aston Villa. Anyway, one of the players was about to come on, and I was celebrating with the guys over on my left-hand side, and he actually kicked it. He actually studied the lectern. So I'll take a picture of it. We've got some stud marks on the lectern now, where he left his trademark. I shan't name him.
Okay,
but,
a bit of criminal damage to the lectern.
Yeah, the lectern. Yeah, but it stood the test, actually, Rich. The joiner did a good job.
And now it's got a bit of character to it as well.
That's right, it's been through the wars. That's it's going to attract unwanted attention now. That's the problem now with your lectern. That's what you've got to be careful of.
Well, actually, Rich, it's funny you should say that, because, believe it or not, it's happening I'd say on a regular basis. The away team now, when they're doing the subs, with the old card and they're writing them down off and on and all the rest of it, they're coming up, getting the numbers of their team, or looking on my sheet on my lectern.
Oh, cheeky.
So it's it's a source of information for the away team.
It's very quickly becoming like a tourist information spot.
Yeah, well, it's like customer services.
We all have stress streams, right? My stress stream manifests, even though I am quite confident, is that dream where you're meant to be at Leyton Orient and you're not there.
Yeah.
And it's kickoff time and you're outside the ground, or you can't find the entrance. You have that stress stream, yeah? It happened because I was on the pitch and our mic is having a little D, but you have to turn it on and there's a slight delay, and you can't have it on at all times, otherwise everyone hear you chatting. So you have to turn it on, and there's this 3-second delay. So I see the ref walk out of the tunnel. I give the signal to play Tijuana Taxi. I go to turn the mic on. Nothing. Nothing. I'm trying to turn it on again. Nothing. The refs were almost upon me, and I could feel the distress. Like, what am I going to do? And about the 4th time of asking, it came on, and I managed to, quickly blow out. Please welcome the teams to the pitch. But yeah, that did happen about 4 games ago. Jamie Donnelly scored a 40-yard worldie against Man City to open the scoring in off the underside of the bar. Now, it did touch Ortega, right? Now, so one of the analysts said to me, after we'd all gone jumping about crazy, now I tend to let the crowd die down before I announce, so you get another cheer. Sort of learned that as I went along. So as it died down, the analyst said to me, actually, it was an own goal. And I went, bleep that, give me the mic. Goal scorer for Leyton Orient.
Definitely.
There's no way it wasn't going to get announced as an Orient goal, So that was really enjoyable. I shouted at the top of my voice, that bleep, wait, that, get the mic. And it was incredible, yeah.